Hi there, it's Phil from parkerlings.com. I hope you're well today. Now today we're going to be talking sweet potatoes and growing them yourself. Now you've probably seen my other videos. I've not done particularly well, to be honest. I've had my own sweet potato slips that I did a few years ago, and that was just the weather, I think, that turned that to be not so good. And then last year I got some potato slips from the greenhouse here in the US, and unfortunately I was a little bit on the late side trying to do them, and you know, it's the first time doing them in the US. It wasn't great, but it was slightly better than the previous time. This time I'm going to try them again here. Now I'm going to do two different methods to show you how you can do this, and I've got two different sweet potatoes. Now just so you're aware, sweet potatoes are not like potatoes. So a potato, you'd get it, you get the little eyes coming off, and you'll be able to plant those in the soil and then cover them up, and then they will grow. Now sweet potatoes are completely different. You do get the little sprouts coming in here, but you get slips. Now, so what happens is you'll get these growing here, you get the little shoots, and then those shoots will become the slips, and they will also have little roots around them. So I'll show you two different ways that we can do this. One way I've tried before, which is via water, and the other way, which I'm going to try for the first time this year, which is via soil. So let's get on with this and I'll show you what we can do. So for our first thing, we're going to need, obviously, the sweet potato. We will need a jar of water, and we'll also need some skewers. Well, there's our water. Just put that to the side. And here we have our sweet potato. Now, for those that don't know, the bottom bit here, the big fat part, that is the root end. So you'll see there. Now, what we need to do then, to be able to put it in the water, is we need to give it a support. With that, we're going to have these little skewers. Now, I have shortened these already, as you can see. So we will go about a third away from the bottom, and we'll put these in. So we want 3 of them in total. Go further the way around each time. So here, put one in there, and about a third of the way in again. We've got this one in here. Okay, very simple, as you can see. And then we're just going to get our water here. There we go, and put this straight on top, like so. Now it's making contact with the water now. Doesn't have to be perfect, just make sure it does sit on there and it is going to have room to move around. That's perfectly fine. And now basically we wait. Now this one here, I did check it. It is absolutely fine. There's no squishy bits, so just make sure that you don't have a squishy one at all. Otherwise you could have problems there. But as you see, that should be fine. And we'll now put that on the windowsill. And we don't have a heated greenhouse, so we're going to put this in the windowsill, and we'll leave it there. And hopefully in a few weeks we should be seeing some signs of growth, a few little shoots hopefully, but we'll see what happens. Now normally you'd use a organic one, because a lot of the time the shop ones can be sprayed with growth inhibitors, so they stop them from rooting, so they last longer. But hopefully this one, which is a shop bought one, this will actually be okay. Let's see what happens. But the second thing, let's have a look. So for our second way, we're going to get ourselves one of these. It's just a plastic bottle. You can use a tub, anything like this. Make sure that you do have that covered. I've lost the lid, so I'm going to cover it up with something, don't worry. So what we're going to have to do here is we're going to cut this top bit off, and effectively it'll be like a flower pot. But because it's a see-through container, we should be able to see, hopefully, when it does grow, some roots forming underneath. Bit more fun. Okay, so let's take this bit off. I'm going to use myself a knife here, but you can use scissors. Either way though, be careful, because these things are sharp, and this is the best thing for the adult to do, not for your child. Your child can do the next bit. Okay, so bear with me while I do this. So here's our container then, all cut out, soil's in there, and it's fairly damp. So if I just make a trench, so if I just push that aside here, like so, get our sweet potato, plonk it in there, just rummage it down. So not going to bury it completely, we're just going to make it about halfway. Just push that in here. There we go. So just leaving enough room there for water to drain through. So when you water it, it's not going to go all over the sides. And there we're done. Okay, there you go. Nice and simple. Quick recap. We've just got here one container of water. You can use a vase, jar, whatever you have to hand. Now you get your sweet potato. As you can see, that's the pointy end. All you want is the fat end at the bottom, that's the root end. And about a third of the way up from the bottom, you put these little sticks in. So you put 3 of those in, and then put that onto the jar or vase, and you'll find that that then doesn't sink because it's got these as supports. That's all you have to do with that. Then the water should get with the sweet potato, should make some shoots, and hopefully we should get some little slips coming up. So that's that one. Now the other one, oh, here we go. So that, as you can see, was just our water container or juice container, whatever it was. I need to find the cap because otherwise it might leak. But all we literally did was cut it out. We put some soil in there, wet it, but roughly half the way down we put the sweet potato, and then that should hold the moisture to it. That should hopefully do the same thing as the one we had in the water. But I've never tried this way before, so hopefully it'll work. If it doesn't, then never mind. I've tried. That's all you can do, really, isn't it? So what I'm going to do then, I'm going to give this a few weeks, see how it goes, and then we'll come back to it and I'll show you what's happened. Obviously, if nothing's happened, I'm not going to just say, oh yay. No, I'm going to say, unfortunately it didn't. But hopefully it will, and I'll let you know. So a few weeks time, we'll show you what's going on. Okay, so with that then, hope you give it a shot. I wish you good luck in your garden, and I say take care. Goodbye. God bless.